if your team is the focal point the day after the first day of the draft, your team either did something really, really well or did something really, really controversial. Come on down, Atlanta Falcons, because you're the lead story today as you take Michael Penix Jr. III. Nobody had them sniffing a quarterback at number 8, and why would you? You just spent $100 million guaranteed on Kirk Cousins. You're locked in with him the next 3 years. It's a 4-year deal. You're locked in for 3 years with Kirk Cousins, and you take Michael Penix Jr. Surprise. Patriots taking Drake May. Penix goes to the Falcons. J.J. McCarthy to Minnesota. Bo Nix to Denver. I told you on Monday, my source said 6 quarterbacks first round. I just didn't know it'd be 6 in the first 15 picks. And that's what it turned out to be. So we'll dissect that. You have the NFL draft rounds 2 and 3 coming up later on today and tonight. Bucks, Pacers, Clippers, Mavs, Timberwolves, and the Suns. Magic blow out the Cavs. 76ers in controversial fashion handled the Knicks, literally handled the Knicks, and the Nuggets up 3-0 on the Lakers. We'll talk about that as well. All right, Seton, poll question, hour 1 is going to be...
Well, do you want to start with a more minor topic? I guess it's sort of a lead, but it's not NFL draft related.
Okay.
Did Joel Embiid have a good night last night?
Okay. I'm going to save that for later because it's hard to have a bad night if you score 50. Feels like Joel Embiid had a bad night. And I wonder if the NBA will look at some of these calls and maybe some discipline here for Joel Embiid. Okay. What else?
Part 2 of that, by the way, is... people, when using the word literally, are knowingly use it wrong or don't know how to use it.
Okay, when I said that the 76ers literally handled the Knicks,
you were correct. That was correct.
Yeah, because Joel Embiid had his hands on the Knicks most of the night, so he literally handled them. Yes, Paul.
I heard an analyst say this morning, quote, on literally one leg, Embiid dropped 50 points. I didn't watch all the game. I was watching the draft, but I saw 2 legs out there. That's the example of figuratively.
Okay. I walked by you when I heard you say that. You go, no, it's not literally. And I go,
figuratively.
Yes.
Right. Like, let's say Embiid hurt his knee and hopped on one leg for the last game-winning basket. Literally on one leg, because that would be example.
Well, somebody will say, man, he was literally on fire. And I go, oh, my God.
Whoa. Get the guy a blanket. Yeah. The fire extinguisher.
Put it out.
Yeah.
All right. What do you have for the draft?
The Falcons are ... setting up the future or blowing it.
Okay. Now, when I thought of this, and I was reminded of this, and it was, hey, Packers, they took Jordan Love, and we see how that worked out. Okay. I still don't think it was the right pick at the time. So they got Jordan Love. He's turned out to be a good quarterback. Maybe he's going to be a great quarterback. But you sat him for 3 years. You didn't help out Aaron Rodgers, who was still peak Aaron Rodgers. You got your future quarterback, but what did you do to the present-day quarterback? And that is, you maybe robbed him of an opportunity to get an offensive player. Was C.D. Lamb available in that draft?
Yeah, the 2020 draft, the Packers traded up. They could have had players like they could have traded up a little bit more and had Justin Jefferson. They could have traded down and got Michael Pittman, got players like that. T. Higgins. Good receivers were on the board.
Yeah, so they could have helped out Aaron Rodgers. But we can say now after the fact, because we watched Jordan Love, certainly the second half of the season, might have been the best quarterback in the NFL. Hey, it worked out. But did it work out? Because Aaron Rodgers wasn't helped out right there in the moment. So you are planning for the future while ignoring the present. And then you look at what the Falcons did. All right, so you could use some defense, and you decide you're going to bring in Michael Penix Jr. I got a quarterback that I'm locked up for 3 years. I got $100 million guaranteed, and he's coming off Achilles surgery. First of all, I wouldn't have signed him. Second of all, if I knew that I was going to be in love with Michael Penix Jr., and I could have gotten him because nobody else was going to go up that high. Now, I know teams have said, hey, Seattle was going to go up. Denver tried to go up. The Raiders tried to go up. How high did you try to go up? Because I was told probably the Jets were open for business if you wanted to move up there. Nobody had Atlanta taking Michael Penix. Now, I told you he was rising. I didn't know he was rising that high. And you had some teams who truly fell in love with him, literally fell in love with him, after they saw that his attention to detail and how he approaches the game and what football means to him. But here is the commissioner, Roger Goodell, making the announcement, and listen to the reaction.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr., quarterback, Washington.
Now that's the Detroit crowd. I mean, imagine the Falcons crowd. It's like, wait. Did we trade the pick? No. You guys have the pick, and you took Michael Penix Jr. Yes, Seton.
How long does it take after you make a pick like that, where you're like, yeah, we got him, we got our guy, yes, everybody, yeah, we shocked the world. Like, no. See, here's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Where you have to start explaining yourself. No, sorry, Mr. Blank, see, this is what we're doing. Okay, let me explain this.
When the owner is in the war room, and he looks confused, and you have some of his lieutenants in there trying to explain to him, hey, you could see the gestures, hand gestures. You don't know what they're saying. It's like, no. And then we got to, and because of this, Arthur Blank's got to be going, wait, I'm spending $100 million on Kirk Cousins coming off Achilles surgery. And we just drafted his replacement.
Explain this to me like I'm a child.
Wait a minute.
What are we doing?
Wait. Yes, Todd.
So you're saying he had a blank expression on his face once he heard
okay.
them?
All right, I'm going to give you a bloop, an early bloop on that one.
Bit.
Yeah.
That's generous.
Here is the Falcons GM, Terry Fontenot, about the pick for the future.
Kirk Cousins is our quarterback. We're very excited about Kirk, very excited about this team. And Michael Penix we're talking about the future. The draft is, you look at the future and you look at big picture, but we are very excited about that quarterback room. And again, Kirk is our quarterback, but adding Michael Penix is thinking about the future.
Okay.
And
I don't want to wait 3 years. The NFL is now. Now, I know you can plan, but are you trying to tell me that Michael Penix Jr. will be a quarterback that you must have, and he'll top any other quarterback candidate, prospect that you might have the opportunity to draft over the next 3 years? There's a lot of quarterbacks every year. Look at this year. A lot of quarterbacks. Not everybody's going to work out, but you're going to wait. Now, if you drafted him because you don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to be playing, then I'm going to put that on you, that why did you sign him in the first place? And you're going to wait 3 years. Yes, it worked out for the Packers, but you could have still armed Aaron Rodgers with somebody offensively, a wide receiver, and they never did that while he was there. It's Kirk Cousins. That's a winnable division, and you got a lot of talent. And this might be the sneaky team this year. But I think you did Kirk Cousins dirty there. Here is Terry Fontenot, the Falcons GM, on how Kirk Cousins reacted to the draft choice.
This question is for Terry or Raheem, whichever one of you called Kirk when you were on the clock and you tell me about it. What's his reaction?
well, that's a private. We wouldn't share that, and obviously
reactions are pretty private, right?
Yeah.
He got called on the clock, obviously, because it's a sensitive time with the issues of what you got going on. It's never a right time to talk to a quarterback about those things, and reactions are always going to be private when it comes to those things, unless Kirk decides to tell you some of those things, or whatever the case may be. But he's a competitor, just like us all, and you can always expect those things to go just like you kind of think.
Okay. If it was a great reaction, would they have told us that, oh, my God, you know what? When Kirk heard it, he was like, yes, man, I love that guy. Can't wait for him to take my job.